Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Ask a Sweet Potato. Now this week, we're answering a question that no one asked.
We're crazy like that.
We're crazy like that, but it really is the answer to all the other questions.
To everything.
Exactly. So we really want to talk about meal planning because so many of your questions about time stress and pickiness and how to manage, they really all can start with meal planning, and it sounds wildly and sexy, but once you give it a try, we promise you it's going to change your life. When we talk about meal planning, we're talking about planning out a week's worth of meals because we grocery shop once a week. We like to plan that week's meals. We know some people who do a month or even a season of it in advance, and God bless them, but it's not for us.
So the place you want to start when it comes to meal planning is research. Now you're already doing most of the things I'm going to tell you, so why not look for recipes while you're there? You're already on your computer, so check out websites like Sweet Potato Chronicles and the dozens of other or hundreds of other websites that are out there. Also hit up Pinterest. There's millions of great recipes there. And of course, magazines. You're already reading magazines, and there's lots of popular magazines out there that have food sections with lots of great ideas. And then finally, you've got your old friend, the cookbook, that's just sitting in your kitchen staring at you. Hit those up for some easy recipes. And the things you want to keep in mind when you're looking at recipes across all of these is total times and prep times. You want to make sure you're looking for recipes that are 30 minutes or less because you really don't have time to be making a bouillabaisse that takes 2 hours. Another thing to keep in mind is maybe you want to look for a recipe that has like ingredients.
It's true, I can never get through a bunch of celery. So why don't I start meal planning for 2 recipes that use that?
Exactly. So look for recipes that share similar ingredients so that you go through all your groceries and then you have less waste.
And in my family, I ask everyone to make a suggestion for a meal because to me, the hardest thing about cooking is thinking of what to make. So I don't like to be responsible for every idea. So in my family, every person has to suggest one meal for the week, and it can't be ordering pizza and it can't be ordering sushi. It has to be an actual meal, but that's just what we do in my family to sort of round out that list.
And a great thing is also to have family traditions. Like in our household, we love Friday night to be pizza night. And so already you can take Friday night's meal off your plate. You know it's going to be pizza, but what kind of pizza maybe is the only thing that you've got to think about. And that brings up another point. There's nothing wrong with repeating recipes. Kids are creatures of habit, and frankly, so are we.
Yeah.
And if you know that there's a recipe that your family enjoys, don't feel bad about hitting it again and again.
Totally, you're gonna know how to make it without thinking about it. You're gonna know what groceries you're gonna need, and everyone kind of looks forward to those traditions. It's how you're creating traditions in your family. It's actually one of the best things you can do. Okay, now that I know what I'm gonna be making for the week, I'm gonna start to think about schedule. I like to keep a family calendar where I put everyone's activities, everyone's meetings, everyone's work schedule, school schedule, so that I know who's got swimming after school, who's got track and field in the morning, who's gonna be flying in late from a meeting. And then I plot out my meals based on that calendar. So if I've got a really quick one here, turkey, broccoli, pasta, I'm gonna put that on a night when I know we're gonna be getting in late and I've only got about 20 minutes to feed everyone before they melt down.
Another thing to remember when it comes to time management is maybe you want to look at your recipes in terms of how can they help you later in the week or in other ways. For instance, if you know your chicken chili tacos, you have a lot of leftover chicken meat, then maybe what you want to consider is adding some chicken quesadillas later in the week so you can use those leftovers. Or maybe that chicken becomes lunch the next day for the kids.
Okay, so we've got our list of meals, we've got our schedule organized.
Yes.
All that's left to do is grocery shop. So I'm gonna do a quick audit of my pantry and my fridge to make sure that that I know what I really need, and I'm gonna make a list, and I'm gonna go to the grocery store with the good feeling that I'm gonna buy the food that I'm actually gonna cook that week, which for some people is a radical notion, but once you try it once, you're gonna be sold, I promise. Don't stop sending your excellent questions to us on social, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget to
subscribe to this YouTube channel because you need more of our strategies. And we want to know if you gave meal planning a try.
See you next time.